I call it the Healing Humanity podcast. Thank you, Cheesy. Thank you, Cece. Thank you, Informa, for joining on Restream. Restream have only opportunity for 10 people. Whereas we're going to share our a Facebook handle so that those who are not able to make it into Restream will have to connect on Facebook or probably on YouTube or on Instagram, depending on which is available for anybody who intends to join. It's the Healing Humanity podcast. It's our aim to go through, search through far and near what can help the people to heal. And we will not fail in this pursuit. We will continue in this pursuit and trying to make sure that we solve the problem as much as we can. How are you really getting on with your treatment? I want you to open up. I'm trying to invite people on TikTok. How are you getting on with your treatments? You need to open up. You don't have to die in silence. I'm going to be adding people on the stream until we exhaust the opportunity. So I'm going to move him back and forth. Thank you, Maureen, for joining. I hope at least we can hear the voice, because I don't understand the problem with Restream. It's not showing, faces. It's only showing that people have joined. It's not showing faces. And yet I have a running subscription on Restream, but I don't understand why it's not showing faces. I desired that anybody who wants to speak, at least Restream will show us the face. Okay. All right. It's already 6 minutes past 7, and I targeted 5 minutes. Okay. So wherever you are joining us from tonight, thank you for joining us. Maybe you are listening from your bedroom after a long and exhausting day. Maybe you are sitting in the hospital, maybe, or maybe you are lying awake because sleep hasn't come in for weeks. Of course, I have people in my DM who are struggling to sleep just because of the discomfort, because of the pain. They find it difficult to sleep. So those of us who can sleep, we don't know the dividend that life have kept for us. Or perhaps you are not the patient. Maybe you are the husband to the patient. Maybe you are the wife to the patient. Maybe you are the daughter to the patient. Or maybe you are the son to the patient. You could also be a friend that is trying so much to stay strong for someone that you love so much. This program is for you. Whoever you are, I am genuinely glad that you are here with us tonight. And tonight is different. Like I said, it's different because it's not a lecture. I'm not going to bore you with medical grammar or conundrum. This is not about telling you what supplements to take or what treatments to choose. This is very simple. Just an opportunity to hear one or two stories from people. See the tears, the fears, the hopes. Okay? That is why we are live tonight. Because one thing that I have learned after speaking with hundreds of people living with cancer or diverse chronic disease, many people are dying emotionally, even long before the disease becomes a threat to their life. That is happening not because they lack the treatment. Of course, they may be getting sufficient treatment, but it could be because they carry everything alone. But tonight you don't have to. You don't have to. Tonight, you don't have to. Can I ask you something? When someone asks, how are you doing? How many times have you answered that question? You know, you say, I'm okay. Or maybe you say that I am managing. Or maybe you say, I'm fine. How many times? Even when you are not fine. You see, many patients, they tell me that they smile for everyone else. They smile for their children. They smile for their spouse. They smile for the doctor or for the nurse. But when they get home, they close the door behind them, they cry. I mean, not because they are weak, but because they are tired. They are tired of pretending. They are tired everyone else that everything is fine. They are tired of carrying the emotional weight of cancer. And you know something? You are not allowed to be afraid. You are allowed to be angry. You are allowed to ask. Faith does not disappear because you cried. Sometimes real strength will begin the moment we stop pretending. You see, I know the pain that people go through. I've sent some voice notes where you hear people crying out of pain, asking for help. People often see this cancer, but they don't see everything that cancer steals. They don't see the burning nerves after chemotherapy. They don't see the swollen arms after a lymph node surgery. They don't see the mouth ulcers that make even water to be painful. I have people in my DM who drinking water appears to be a difficult, and I have a woman in my DM who is from the nose. The constant nausea, the sleepless nights, the anxiety before every scan, the fear every time the phone rings. They don't see the loneliness. They don't see the moment that you avoid looking into the mirror, because when you look in the mirror, you say, is this me? You have lost flesh. You have lost weight. Your hairs have changed. Your weight have changed. Your scars, your stomachs, your drains. Lots of challenges. In your house now, we have several medical devices. You have BP machine, blood sugar machine, lots of equipment. And sometimes the greatest pain is not the physical one. It is the grieving for the person that you used to be. Because you remember when you can run, when you can walk, when you can cook, when you can laugh, when you can mingle, when you can travel. But now, unfortunately, you can't walk across the room. When you do that, it feels like you're climbing a mountain. I have a woman in my DM, her legs are so big, and when she stands to walk, she thinks they have loaded her with 2 bags of cement. If that is you tonight, please hear me. You are not lazy. No, you are not lazy. You are not failing. Your body is fighting one of the hardest battles a human being can face. In America today, as advanced as America is, every minute, 70 people die from cancer. With all the advancement, from 1970, when President Nixon declared war on cancer, the case have doubled. The case have become traumatizing. So I tell you tonight that the battle you are fighting is one of the hardest battles that the human being can fight. So please be kind to yourself. I know that cancer doesn't only attack the body. Sometimes cancer as well attacks your family. It attacks the appointments. All the times you have to be for scan, all the medications you are taking, all the time you have to pay for transportation to go to the hospital or to go buy your medications, loss of income because most people, they are not working anymore. They are selling their possessions. They are borrowing money from friends. They are watching their life savings disappear. I've met parents who skip meals so they can afford medication. There's a
So they
woman
can
in
afford
my
medication.
DM. Please, can you put your microphone off? A woman in my DM, I don't want to call names, but when she came to me, her son was already bedridden, 18-year-old son with cancer. And his stomach was so protruded, and he has gone through 3 sessions of chemotherapy. And unfortunately, that boy, young chap, 18-year-old, died. That happened about 2 months ago. And only 1 month after the death of that boy, that mother came to me in my DM and said that she has cancer as well. And she showed me the picture of her underarm and how the lump is developing there. And she has been through a lot already. She has gone starving just to sustain his son. And he lost the son. And now she herself has to be cared and catered for. Will I talk about the children who are watching their parents struggle, like I watched mine struggle? Will I talk about caregivers, friends, and well wishers silently breaking down because they feel that they must remain strong for the one that is sick? There's actually what a medical term that is called financial toxicity. I want you to imagine that. Even medicine recognizes that disease can bankrupt families. People will sell their belongings just to get well. If that is your reality, please don't carry that shame alone. Needing help doesn't mean that you have failed, because we all know there was a time when you were active, when you were working, when you were contributing, not only to society, but to family. So when you accept support, it is not weakness. When people come on air to beg for arm, please don't despise them, because you have not been what they have been through. So don't despise them. Healing was never designed to happen alone. That is where we talk about the power of being heard, the power of communicating. One of the greatest medicines that we often overlook is what I call the human connection. The human connection. Sometimes people don't need another opinion, they just need another person, someone that will be willing to sit beside them without trying to fix everything, just to be there to support them, to show empathy, someone that is willing to listen, someone that is willing to cry with them. Research continues to show that loneliness, chronic stress, depression, poor sleep, and emotional distress, all these things can affect the quality of life, and it can also affect recovery. The body, the mind are deeply connected. So that's why when you feel safe, you notice that it changes in your breathing. Your muscles begin to relax, your nervous system begins to settle, our bodies begin to recover from constant survival mode. And that is why communication and communities matter, families matter, friendship matter. The last 2 podcasts we had Joy, who shared her story of chemotherapy. One of the most striking things that she mentioned is the love that she receives from her family and from her husband. When she keeps awake because of the pain she's going through, she will notice that her children are also awake. So sometimes her children go to school and they are drooling in school. They are feeling sleepy in school because they kept awake with their mom who was going through pain. That's why I say family matters, friendship matters, and prayer matters, love matters, hope matters. All these things will strengthen your emotional well-being. So never underestimate the healing power of these things. That's why I always suggest you to open up. Open up. Whenever you have issues bothering you, do well to come to my DM. Open up. Find people that you can communicate with, that you can trust, that you can share with, and open up. Share with them. Do not carry the burden alone. So tonight, I'm not asking for perfect answers. I'm only asking for honesty, because we need to be accountable. Even me, I have to be accountable. When I go to heaven, I will have to report to God and say, God, the people that you sent to pass through me, look at what I'm able to do for them. That means I have to be accountable as well for the steps I take, for the things I do, for the suggestions that I give. If the suggestions that I give did not work, I need to be accountable for them. And somebody have to be there to remind me that this suggestion didn't work. I will again rethink it. That's why I said that we have to be flexible. A lot of people come to my DM, even now, before this session began. A member here came to the DM and said that she's now having ascites. She's having collection of fluid in the lungs. And she asked me a pertinent question. She said, do you allow for chemotherapy? And I said, yes, of course. If I see what will save life, the greatest purpose of medicine and the practice of medicine is to save life. It's not to take life. So I gave an instance to a lady yesterday when I said, if somebody, for instance, have a wound, a puncture of the wound of the leg by a stone or maybe a nail, and the person has tetanus, and the person will say, because Dr. Kakaraka is against antibiotics, that you don't go for tetanus injection. No. The first primary act of any practitioner or a doctor is to save life. By the time let's save life, let's get rid of that germ that could cause sepsis, and then we can come back and address the situation from the root. And I also mentioned that in the field of medicine, the biggest challenge we have with natural things is that the billionaires who run the big pharma, they are not willing to spend money on natural things, because natural things cannot make them rich. Natural things that cannot make them pay their investors. They want to invest in chemical things because they can patent these things. That's why chemotherapy, they invest in it, because they can patent it. They can create a chemotherapy drug and they sell it for 500,000 because it's patented. No other person have the license to make it. But if you tell them, why not let them do research on apricot seed, their Magdalena called vitamin B17, or why not they do some research on shower shop juice? Why not they do some research on moringa or some of these natural things? They won't do it because they can't patent it, because it's natural. They don't want to spend money, work on these things, and at the end of the day, somebody somewhere will be using it, and they will lose money because of the millions they spent in the research. So that is the biggest challenge we have in medical care. And that is the reason why, if it's chemotherapy that will save you for now, you can go for chemotherapy and come back and handle the effects and rebuild your body, provided that chemotherapy will take care of the cancer. And of course, I've shared several times, there is a kind of disposition you will have to chemotherapy. There's a diet that can even make the cancer cells very weak, so that little dose of chemotherapy can clear them all. If you put yourself on a ketogenic diet, you will make the cancer cells vulnerable, but you will make your own cells more resilient, because the cancer cells will already be starving because there's no sugar if you follow the ketogenic diet. So with little chemotherapy, you can handle the cancer cells. And because your cells are built to be resilient, they're built to, be multifaceted. They can feed on sugar, they can feed on ketones, they can feed on anything. So they can survive more than the cancer cells. So if it is chemotherapy that will save life, we don't say no because we are natural practitioners that we're not going to implement it. Remember, like I said, the first duty of a practitioner is to save life. But that is not our story today. All right? The question is, how has your treatment been like? What's the hardest part of the treatment? What do you wish that the doctor understood that they failed to understand? What do you wish that your family knew about your condition? What frightens you most about this cancer or about any kind of disease that you have? What has given you hope in this course of treatment? If you are a caregiver, how are you coping with caring with your patient or with your friend who is sick, who is checking on you, who is carrying your burden? And if you have lost someone to this condition, we love to honor their memory too. They are human beings. All of us, we go one day. Even if you are healthy today, one day you will die. Yesterday, I saw the story of over 20 little children who the bus somersaulted and killed them with their teacher. They are human beings as well. So every life matters and every voice deserves to be heard. So thank you so much for being on with us this night. And we will give Maureen an opportunity to share with us her journey, how we started, what is going on. Okay, it's important for us to pay attention, for us to listen. So if Maureen is there, Maureen, can you put on your microphone? Maureen, can you put on your microphone? It's Maureen there. Anybody who is live with us on the stream and you want to share with us, you can unmute yourself. You have the opportunity. That is, like I said tonight, no lecture. I'm not here to lecture anybody. We are here to listen to our patients, people who we have advised, people who we have supported in one way or the other, but they have concerns and they have not raised this hand. And because I said we want to be honest in what we do, we don't want to have hidden agendas, we don't want to have fake promises. So we want to listen to the people who have something to say. So if you are here on the stream with me, please do well to all right. You can unmute yourself if you have something. I'm waiting on you. Ada is live with us here. Ada, do you have anything to tell us about your journey so far? Informa is here with us. If you have something to tell us about your journey so far, and we have CC is here. If you have something to tell us, you can unmute your mic and one or two things with us, your experience so far, so that we all can learn. All right. So you have an opportunity now to share with us. I think you can. I hope you know how to do this stream. If you don't know how, please you can type on WhatsApp what your challenge is. Because tonight, like I said, I didn't prepare for any lecture. So I'm waiting for you to unmute yourself and to share with us. When you are ready, just unmute yourself and share with us. Now, earlier I was talking about doing research on natural things. And for some people here live on this program, I've shared about my resilience. I've shared about my genuine and honest intention to fight cancer, to stand still, not only in Nigeria. I'm thinking of fighting it in the world at large. So I've worked, and like I shared with some people, I said that it's not easy, to have to invest money, and at the end of the day, you have people who, for one reason or the other, well, Maureen is saying that she's mute. I don't understand what you mean by you are mute. Which one? Except if it is, except this is as a result of, all right, what I'm going to do now is, in order not to waste any time, I'm going to do a direct, yes, I'm going to do, yes, because I don't understand. I need clarification. If you can unmute yourself, and you have the opportunity to share what you have to share. I've said a lot already.
I don't know. It's still what it's doing. The network I don't know.
Maureen, I can hear you now on WhatsApp. What happened on Restream? And why is your face?
I don't know.
What happened to your?
I'm trying to unmute.
Maureen, what happened to your face? Did you apply Vaseline?
I've been trying to unmute. I don't know why. I've been trying. I don't know.
You have been trying to unmute and it's not working.
If I click mute, it will automatically.
No. You just need to click on the mic. There's a tiny microphone there. On that microphone, you just need to click on the microphone. Yeah. So what are you using? Are you using a phone? Are you using a phone to do that, or a laptop?
Yes, it's a phone. It's a phone.
Okay, so now, is that the same phone that you're using to talk now?
Yes, that is the same phone.
All right, that means it's not possible, because you can't be using two phones at the same time to talk. But Maureen, why are you in darkness? Are you a daughter of? I thought you were a daughter of Zion. Why are you in?
We don't have light.
Oh, there's no light.
Yeah, we do not have light.
But you would have told me, at least I would send you money to buy petrol now, put in your generator. Or you don't have, I pass my neighbor too.
I'm waiting for the boys to put on me. Oh, you can't put on
Don't mind Tinubu. Tinubu in 2027, we will not see him again. He's a pharaoh. We will not see him again. He's a pharaoh.
He will be there.
All right, you can share your story with us, how we started, and what is going on. Okay, like I said, we want to be honest. We want to be open. Okay, we don't want to claim that we know everything. We don't want to claim that we have the solution to everything. Okay, so we want to be open, because a lot of people, they might be misguided. And some people, they will just run into their enclave. They will run into hiding. They don't want to open up. They don't want to come on to share what is going on with them. But why we do this is we encourage people because we want to really understand, is it working? What you are doing, is it working? If it's not working, what can we do next? We are meant to be, flexible. We are meant to be flexible in our approach so that we can achieve results. That's why we are human beings. Okay? As I talk to you now, I have a documentary where you can find like 30 different therapies that have worked for cancer. Some people have only tried one or two and they are tired already. Some people didn't even try two, they only tried one. And because they tried one and it didn't work, so they felt, no, this is not meant for them. So they're thinking of something else to do. But I have documented 30 different. A lot of people have not heard about the mistletoe injection. There are several therapies that work. And just like you remember, I sent out to about 7 people on a new mixture where I have to involve frankincense and myrrh. Before now, we were using a pork root infused castor oil. But even before pork root infused castor oil, we were using only castor oil. But after some while, we decided that we have to either do DMSO and oil. And some people now started trying pork root infused castor oil. And we started pushing that. But now we have seen that it's not getting result as fast as we wish. So we now boiled it down and said we need to, step up our game. We have to add frankincense and myrrh. If you can buy those resins and you can cook them in castor oil, that is a form of infusion. You can now begin to apply it. It will have a multiplier effect on the tumor. In fact, that's what we call biological surgery. Okay? So this is what I am seeing around the world that is happening and producing results. And that is what we have to implement. Okay, so you have the opportunity now, Maureen, to talk to us if you want to speak grammar to us. But I know you speak in the language that we all will understand. Yeah.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, doctors in the house.
Yeah.
Happy Sunday. Okay, thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here this evening.
Yeah.
Well, I will start that it has not been an easy journey. To be honest, it has not been an easy one. Okay, my own started in October 2025.
That's last year.
Last year. I don't even notice anything. I don't know how to do. I know I've had a lot about breast examination, personal breast examination, and the rest. But if I stand in the mirror, I check, but I don't know what exactly how to go about it. But I know that I'm not feeling anything. I don't know anything. So around that October, a friend of mine came in from the UK because it's been a while. We met, and after the hug, like trying to just play with me, just touch my breast, like, Maureen, something is there. I was like, something is weird. Nothing is there. He said something is there. It was just like, he said, relax. If you want to touch breast, just tell me that I want to touch breast. Something is there. So relax. I relaxed and my right breast again there. So I started arguing that there's no lump. What? Yeah, you let's go. Which time is there's lump? So we started arguing, and for the period of time he stayed around before he was disturbing me. Go and do mammogram. And I was not interested because I felt that nothing was there. I checked when we are growing up, when we were much younger, as a child, teenager, lumps in the breast. So I thought it's the same thing that we had back then that is stated. That was what I thought. So, but she was insisting that I should go and do mammogram, which I was not interested. And I have a lot of activities in October, November. So I was just busy with my things, doing my stuff. But she kept repeating it, go and do mammogram, go and see the doctor. I didn't want to listen. But she was insisting that November I decided to go. So first I went to do first of all I went to the hospital. The hospital I used, I went there and I requested to see a female doctor so that I'll be able to be very free with the female doctor.
Yeah. Your network is misbehaving, Maureen. Your network is misbehaving, but your story is interesting.
The doctor. Yeah. Okay. So the female doctor examined me. After examining me, asked for my age, I told her, and at the end of the day, she said she will refer me to a surgeon doctor, and the surgeon doctor is going to be following week Friday. I said, okay. Then I didn't even wait for the Friday. I went to do mammogram in another hospital. So the mammogram, from the picture of the mammogram, I noticed that both breasts, they were not looking the same from the picture. So Friday I took it to see the surgeon doctor, and I got there. I'm not even I'm ignorant of everything. I don't even know what all the tests I'm required to do. So I went. I said to the surgeon doctor, and the surgeon doctor immediately said, I'm going to do biopsy. But to be honest, if I know what I know now, I will not go for that biopsy.
That biopsy, yeah.
So, I didn't know anything about biopsy. And I asked him, what is biopsy? He told me just to take a sample from the lung to check if it's cancerous or not. And I said, okay, that is fine. So I asked how much. He told me when I make payment. And then, yes, they did the biopsy. He told me that it's going to take 2 weeks for the result to be ready. That was in November. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, the result was not ready. So I keep disturbing them. What was going on? They said light issue. They were not having light, this, that. So at the end of the day, after 6 weeks, the results came out. That was in December. And he told me that it's a invasive Dutch eczema. And I asked, what's the meaning of that? He said it's a cancerous, the lump is cancerous. He mentioned one other test I have to go and do again. And when I was like, I'm not going to take that result because it stayed more than 2 weeks. You people told me 2 weeks, and it ended up staying 6 weeks. How am I sure the result is accurate? He said, yes, that is accurate. I said, okay, so way forward. He said I have to do another test. So it was then I started researching, like trying to read about what the invasive facial carcinoma, what it's all about. Then I started reading, and at the end, what I was seeing, some of them was scary. Initially, I did not tell anybody about it, nobody. But at a point, I have to tell my children. I have 4 children. So I called them. My senior son, I told them that he studied medicine. He said, So at the end of the day, he was like, what are we going to do? I said, I don't know. We don't have money. Where is the money? We are just trying to manage life. Life is not even like, I don't know. How do we start? What kind of thing is this? I was worried. But at the end of the day, I said, well, let the will of God take place. I'm the kind of somebody that I am very, very, I'm very, very strong. No matter what it is, even if I break down as a human being, but I don't let things weigh me down. So what I do most is I try to make myself happy because I believe that nobody can make me happy except me.
Nobody, exactly.
Yeah, I was not feeling any pain. I was not feeling anything then, And immediately, I will be honest with what I was doing. then. So before I came across Adaibo group in on TikTok.
On Facebook, yeah.
On TikTok. What I was doing this sharp leaf tea, guava, moringa, idol fruit. Then I register actually for that. How to treat cancer naturally. I registered and I was using all those things. I used for about 21 days, then stopped for 1 week, all those things. So that was only what I was using. So I didn't go back to the doctor. I was okay. And my weight, I noticed that I'm dropping in weight. My weight, because I was weighing over 100 as of December. But from 31st of December, I cut off every carb. Every carb, every sugary drink, mineral, Coke, malt, whatever drink. I have never tested alcohol in my life before, so I am not somebody that I've never tested it before, but I used to take like mineral, malt, but I cut it off. I cut everything off. Rice, I stopped. I'm not kind of meat person before. Even before now, maybe I ate about like once in 6 months if I feel like then, but I have to cut everything off.
Completely.
Anything carb, I cut it off. So because the herbs I was taking, the woman gave us a meal plan, which from there I read that they don't have anything to do with meat, red meat, carbohydrate, suya or whatever was cut off. So I tried.
Your network. Oh, Nigeria, such a poor network. Such a poor network, a terrible network. Oh. Your network, Maureen. Your network is an issue. All right. All right. I think she will have to call back again, or if we can reconnect her on Restream, it will be wonderful. It will be wonderful if we can reconnect her on Restream. So I've shared a lot of things earlier as regards to this. I have said that tonight is different. It's not a lecture like I used to do. This is not about telling you what supplements to take or what to treat. Tonight is simple. It's about the story, about your fears, about your hopes. Because one thing that I have learned after speaking with hundreds of people living with cancer, what many people I notice is that they are dying emotionally, even long before the disease becomes threatening. All right, thank you. I think she's back now. All right, welcome.
Sorry, I don't know. It was just the thing just take me off.
Yeah. It's network, so you can proceed. Yeah.
Okay, so I cut off everything sugar. I don't take anything at all. What my meal mostly what I take is cucumber, cabbage. I was trying to eat it raw then, and what is it called? Garden egg.
Okay.
Yeah, and I eat a lot of fresh tomatoes. Then before I come across Adibo, and when I come across Adibo, I met you. And Dr. Raymond and some other I do join the live then. So everything you asked us to do, I was doing it. I was using ordinary castor oil then. But when I met you, you recommended I was looking for that DMS or something, but I could not get it. So you recommended that poke infused castor oil. Yeah. Then I remember I have bought it earlier in February, but I never used it. I bought it and I dropped it in. I was just using the normal castor oil. So, but when I met you, I started using the poke infused castor oil, which I saw changes in few weeks. Yeah, I saw changes because I noticed that there was a lump trying to come under my armpit, and I was applying it. that pork infused castor oil. Within 1 week, the lump disappeared. Even up to tomorrow, it didn't come back. So I continued. The all over the breast was very hard then. But when I started using that pork infused castor oil, the surrounding was softened. So the lump was still there, but the surrounding was softened. That was how that one went, and I started ivermectin and febendazole.
Okay.
And since I started it, to be honest, I've not stopped. I've not even missed a single day. I follow the instruction how you asked me to do it. I've not even if I didn't see money to buy food or feed, I make sure that ivermectin and febendazole I'm on it, because I've read a lot of testimony
about
online
it.
about it. I had some people will say stage 4 cancer. We asked them to go home and they were taking ivermectin and febendazole. So I've read a lot of. So I did not stop that. So I include the herbs I'm taking as well. They have like shawshop, the pawpaw leaf, the guava leaf, and tamarind and the rest. So, and I'm not just taking it like that as well. I take the activated charcoal too. Like now, I stopped ivermectin 2 days ago. That is the day before yesterday. I took
the charcoal.
activated charcoal yesterday, and I'm taking another one this night again. So, and I've been doing that. I've been doing it like that with the herbs. And to be honest, it's once in a while the pain, the sharp pain always come. I'm not in like severe pain. Though sometimes I feel that the breast is heavy, but sometimes I feel that it's reducing. Like 2 days ago, I was worried. So that was why I contacted you. But today now, and another thing as well, anybody battling, especially breast cancer, is very important. I will advise my own observation. If you are wearing, like me, anybody that knows me before, I know that I'm the kind of person that I package a lot. I want to show because I'm bossy. I want to show. I wear this iron bra. No, please stay away from that. If you are treating breast cancer, that iron, that push-up bra that has iron, please, I beg you, stay away from it. You can wear the sports bra that doesn't have iron, anything that doesn't have iron at all, please, so that you'll be comfortable, then you know what you are treating. To be honest with you, when I apply pork infused castor oil and I put on my sports bra for a very long time, when I remove it, the breast always feels soft. Very soft. So please, if you are battling with breast cancer, anything that has to do with packaging bra, beg,
just free yourself. Free yourself. Yes.
Yeah. So forget that one. First on the arm. Whenever you are not going out, you are in the house. Please don't put. Just wear something very free. My shop is in my house, so I don't have to go out. So when I play, I can stay 2 hours full naked in the room before trying to even wear clothes and come out, and I can stay all day without wearing clothes, so that as well is another help. And I'm taking the ivermectin and febendazole, and though I've not gone back to the hospital to check, the breast pain come only once in a while. But what I noticed, I complained to you like I think the last 2 months about the pain. But what I noticed that I think whenever I'm ovulating, that's
when the pain comes.
The breast now became so big and the lump becomes so hard. So after the ovulation period, I believe the breast come down to normal. That's what I noticed. And I keep checking it. I was weighing over 100 as of January this year, but now I'm weighing 96. In as much as it's very obvious that I'm losing the weight, it's very, very obvious, because a lot of people, sometimes people will make comments that you feel so bad, like what somebody told me 2 days ago. He saw me, my secondary school classmate. Immediately saw me, said, "Yeah, Deji, wait till they make you the little like this. Wait till they think, see, you don't think finish, say until you disappear." And I felt so bad with that one. Say me before, but I can't tell everybody what I'm going to do. Some people, they don't know how to use. They don't know how to use words. I know that I'm losing so much. What I always tell them that I am watching my weight. I said I'm watching my weight. The doctor said my weight is too much. I have to watch my weight. And some people will see me, they will say, "Oh, I like your weight now. Hi, you look so young. You do this." I said, "Thank you." But if I myself, I look at the mirror like today now, there's no cloth I want to put on I will not amend because I'm a fashion designer. Today, before I have to go to church, I have to amend the clothes I normally wear 2 inches for both sides. I look at the mirror, I look at myself, I say, is this me? My face looks so small, unlike before that, But the most important thing is, I'm not after the weight, but I want to be alive to be a mother to my children.
Most
I don't
important.
want my children to be motherless.
Most important.
So that is the most important thing. And you see me, I don't just try and stop. Try for 1 week. I said it's not working. I'm somebody that I am very, very I will concentrate on that, make sure. And I always pray as well that what did not work for others, it will work for me.
Amen.
I am very patient to try. Amen. If it did not work for them, some people will try for 1 day,
and they will give up.
Yeah, I did not see result. No, you keep trying. The result will come. All those people, I've read people that said they have been on this ivermectin for 1 year, for almost 2 years now.
Thank you.
Cancer disappeared.
Thank you.
I've read a lot.
Thank you.
I've been on it for 1 year and I'm going to check. But some people, they just buy only 1 sachet or 1 pack. They will say,
and they will not go back again. Yeah.
Me, I've been on it now for close to 3 months now. Yeah, close to 3 months, and I've never missed a day. Even the herbs I'm taking, even if I'm traveling for weekend,
you take them with you.
I don't take because I'm traveling.
Exactly.
I went to Stream of Pastor Jerry Eze's program 2025 in Lagos. I go with my herbs. When it's time to take my herbs, I have 9 p.m. I take my herbs there. So wherever I'm going, I don't say because I'm traveling for 1 day or 2 days. If I'm traveling for 2 days or 3 days, I'll go with 5 liter. I travel with it. I want it there. I take it. I don't say because I'm traveling that I will not go with I go with my herb. I very, very because I'm not taking chemo. I don't have money for that. I'm not discouraging anybody that that is not working. No. I don't have money for that. So I'm doing that I know that it's going to work for me. So that is the journey so far.
Thank you.
And another thing is that steaming as well, because recently as well, I come across about steaming. I did not relent, focus on one thing. I register in different. I want to have. There is no knowledge that is waste.
It's a waste, exactly.
So you don't just have to sit one place and fold your hand. You try. You have to try, and you keep trying. You don't just try 1 week and say, it's not working. Keep trying. At the end of the day, by the grace of God, God will surely heal all of us and give us good health and long life.
Oh, thank you so much, Maureen. Thank you so much. This has been so inspirational. In fact, I'm not seeing you again as a patient. I'm seeing you as an educator.
You're welcome, sir.
Musta, and now I'm realizing that you even have a son who is going to be a doctor. So it's a welcome development. All the sufferings, all the investments that you have put in. My prayers is that you are going to live long and long enough to enjoy all of them.
Amen.
You cannot train doctors and engineers and nurses and then you come and something will come and happen to you. No, it's not acceptable. And I am so happy, especially for your fighting spirit, because this is what we call having the spirit of a warrior, determining that it must work. What other people try, because I know the biggest challenge that we have is that some people just try for 1 month and they feel no, it's not possible, and so but look at you have persevered, you are persistent, you are doing it, you are not giving up. And now if I come and start telling some patients and I say you have to take another ivermectin, it's heavy in my mouth to say. But you are now confirming here from your own personal research, because do you know, Maureen?
My weight is high, and I'm taking up to 8 tablets
daily, and you know how much. Yes. So you don't have to explain that to me, because of course I belong to dozens of groups, and I know that most of the people for whom that thing have worked, they have. In fact, what will happen is that your testimony needs documentation, but I'm going to share some testimonies. There are some people that they have been on ivermectin for more than 1 year before they got remission. Before they got remission, they were on ivermectin for more than, I will share at least 5 different testimonies on the different WhatsApp handles that
I have a lot of screenshot of them I got from Facebook.
Yes, a lot. Very good. So that's the kind of thing that we need to share to encourage people to know that it's not a 1 month thing. Cancer is not a 1 month thing because yeah. Yes.
And when you are fasting, it doesn't have to be you can take water. You
Yeah.
can blend your juice when you're fasting.
Yeah.
It's only food that you can.
It's only food that you avoid. Yeah.
You can blend your juice. Then when you are fasting, then you eat your once a day, and that's all. It helps a lot. It
All right.
helps.
All right. So very interestingly, we have 1 minute more. There is one revelation that you made now that interests me so much. You know, there are some cancers that we say they are HER2 positive. HER2 positive is hormone receptor. Okay? So you can notice very carefully that you mentioned here that during your ovulation, you notice the breast will swell up.
Yes.
So it is a hormone sensitive. I know that you may not have gone for that test. And maybe even in Nigeria, that test is not offered. But from your description, it is an open, confession to the fact that your cancer is HER2 positive. So because of that, remember the other time we shared about xenoestrogens. Now, xenoestrogens are chemicals that will influence the estrogen in your body. Chemicals that are coming from the creams you apply on your body, the relaxer you use to wash, the kind of foods that you eat, or maybe when you cook your food in sachets, in polythenes like the bambara, not the okpa, or the moi moi, any kind of food that you cook in nylons, or maybe you drink water that are in sachet, and this sachet water has been under the sun for a long time. These things will release xenoestrogen. And you can see now that they are a modifying factor to your cancer. Okay? So what it means is that we can double our effort at getting rid of any source of xenoestrogen, and you will see your cancer go away. So you see now it's important that you shared your story, and from there you leaked this one, and we are able to look into the issue and come up with this. So thank you so much, Maureen. I think this is your testimony is a revelation, okay? And I encourage everybody under the sound of our voice to take these things seriously. Take the fight seriously. Oh, you see now, Maureen, they have put generator for you. Eh? What happened? I think okay, they want to watch ball. Oh, who is playing? Oh, today is finals or semi-finals?
Today is
finals. Oh, finals. Oh, that's fine. They want to watch ball, so they are saving the fuel for the time. They don't know what is important. Okay. Well, that's fine. So thank you so much, Maureen. Especially, you have been of help. You have supported a lot of people. Remember, you have gone out of your way to, support people, send them medication, send them advice, do all sorts of things. Your labor is not in vain, and it will not be in vain. So you see, lots of people are praying for you, and I believe that God will perfect the healing that He has started in you. Okay, that you are standing today may not just be because of this little magic you are doing. It could be because of your selflessness, because of your contribution. Okay, so and when I'm done with the food I'm cooking, I can assure you are going to be the first to eat that food. Okay, so when I'm done with the research and formulation and what have you, I assure you, you are going to be the first, to benefit from it. So I appreciate you once again. Our time is fast spent. so that we can face other things and so that you can sleep too. And meanwhile, you are a beautiful woman, no? So because you have been in darkness, I say, is it a daughter of Zion or a daughter of darkness that is with us? All right, all right. So thank God for you. All right. So I thank you to everyone who is live with us. Appreciations for being live with us. I believe that the story of Maureen would have been of great encouragement to you, listening to us. And I pray that God will grant us our desires, will give us speedy healing. We open our eyes to see what is happening and how we can solve the problems bedeviling us. That's my prayer on a daily basis. And I believe that is going to happen, in our lifetime. Okay. All right. Thank you, Maureen. Have a wonderful night. I'll give you a chat tomorrow. Okay. So let us watch the World Cup and be happy.
All right. Good night, sir.
All right, bye. Yeah.